Fires the ball out to Meta. Finds a bit of open space, breaks one tackle. Offloads to Thierry Dusatois. They've got numbers to the right-hand side. Rougerie, well taken by his opposite, Manu Tuilangi. Yanel Nale. To the open side. Again, good defense by the English. That was number 6, Tom Croft. Mem. Pape picks the ball up, carts it up another 5 metres.
Well, aren't both teams really rising to the occasion, TA? The French throwing everything, some great skills, some great passes, ball in front, and that's what they bring and expect, that skill level, but equally so great defence there from England. They're slowing the ball of the French team down, to their credit, but on that occasion, referee Steve Walsh pinging the English team. This will be a first attempt, I think, for the French for points and open up our account.
Yeah, I think it's very important that France, if they've got any chance in this game, is just to keep the pressure on England, and they will do that by taking all their kicking opportunities in this situation. Very, very important. That was the first time. Look at them, they're coming through, they're attacking the heart. Tuilangi's taking everything out wide, and you just saw one of the England players there encroaching, much to the delight of Martin Johnson.
Poor old Martin Johnson, he's firing up. The game's just started.
He wears his heart in his sleeve, that boy, doesn't he?
Tell you what, every game you'd have a look at him, I swear if he's missing a few hairs. Every game. Dimitri Yashvili gets the honours. Kick the ball. France 85% kicking for the tournament. Number 1 team in Rugby World Cup 2011. That looks good. It looks better than good. It's fantastic. First scoring play goes to France.
Deservedly so, you'd have to say. The English team won't want to kick the ball back to Medard. As you see, it gone from the wing to the fullback spot. Really set the French attack alight with this counter-attack. A lot of speed, a lot of strength. And you see Yashvili has all the experience in the world. 56 caps for France, 9 years. He's been in the French team since 2002. Now a mistake by the English team, feeling a bit of pressure.
You know, there's Wilkinson again. Just that is inexcusable for a man of his experience, kicking it too far. We saw 5 minutes ago, he put a pass straight behind his Lewis Moody. It was, the ball ran into touch. You can't honestly say, there's Moody, just got a kick to his eye, either that or someone, French player, tried to pluck his eyebrows, I think. And
looks like a ruck there. You've been playing there, Gavin.
Yeah. But it's really interesting, you know, for me, Wilkinson did not have his best game last week, and yet he seems so crucial for the reasons that, to the England team, that sometimes when he plays like this, I don't quite understand. Toby Flood, by contrast, is confidence assured, he's personified, he's just very, very strong. Look at Lewis Moody here.
Like a bit of a head clash, wasn't it?
Heads, wasn't it?
I've got to ask you, Gavin, how long does Martin Johnson stick with Johnny Wilkinson? I mean, does he keep him on just for the sake of his experience? He's been here before, he's won a World Cup for England. Or do you go to the bench, do you introduce someone else?
Well, you're interesting though, but you've got 5 forwards on the bench, so the only realistic person that can come on is Matt Banahan, and he's a winger, and he's played in the centre before, but you know, I just think you're messing there. They've taken a bit of a risk, but obviously Martin Johnson's got huge confidence in Wilkinson, and as we saw last week, you know, he wasn't playing well, and yet he dropped that goal with his wrong foot, his right foot, from 40 metres out, just when he was at, you thought, the depths of despair.
Adenaudici brushes off one tackler. That's a great take. Gained 10 metres, now Papin. Good shot by Johnny Wilkinson on defence. Again, they'll attack Wilkinson's side. Not one to shy away from a tackle. Takes down Dusatois. Now, French just trying to use a little bit more width in their play. It's Medard. Now Yashvili. There's number 14, Vincent Clerc. He knows how to find the try line, does Clerc. 5 metres out now, the French hot on attack. Nale. Yashvili, Para. Memos. Been working well for them this side. Clerc Gets close. Good defence in the end. Brushes him out to the sideline.
The French are stretching them, aren't they? You can see they're using those loop moves, which is confusing the defence. You see it here, Yashvili, and just watch the pass, straightens it up, and beautiful. They have numbers all the way. He takes it in into contact, defend. They did well, but great defence equally from the number 15 from England, Ben Fodden, outstanding.
Back to the action. Nick Easter is flying the ball. Now Youngs again, we've seen it a few times. He punches the ball high up into the air. Clear. Linking up with Medard. Now the French starting to open up a bit. Finding little kinks in this big white wall. Drop kick. Well off.
You know, how many times have we seen that in this World Cup when teams are in very good try-scoring situations there? They had all the momentum going and you just have a standoff. It must be maddening for the forwards when they're recycling some terrific ball. France are really mixing it up though. They're trying to stretch the England defence. They're battering through the middle. Strong play from France so far.
Wilkinson restarts. Taken by Rougerie. It looks like the English possibly have turned this ball over to Sartois. Gets there just in the nick of time. Scrum's called. It will be French feed.
You know, I was just thinking, England have had 14 minutes gone and they've been soaking up a lot of pressure, but it's what they've done all World Cup, isn't it? They haven't started off well. We commented, didn't we, down in Dunedin, England's opening game against Argentina. They struggled for a lot of that game. Last week's game, they struggled for much of that game. And yet when it came at the end of the 80 minutes, they had enough points on the board that gave them the victory. They can soak up this pressure all day long. They're used to it.
Exactly right, Gavin. It comes down to one crucial moment of the game. Number 9, Ben Youngs, who came off the bench, was the hero against Argentina, scored the only try of the game.
You can feel though all the momentum at the moment.
Number 1 White
with the French team. And they're growing in confidence, and that's what you don't want them to do. I'm sure they'll have a shot at goal and slow it down, but for mine, the number 6, Sartois, for France has been huge, especially in that close stuff. He's been everywhere.
And the other man that's been hugely impressive for France is the man that's Yashvili. He just is orchestrating this whole French side. The backs, the forwards, and there's Haroun Ordeke, the French number 8 there. And he has been a strong player for many years for France. This man, though, Yashvili, he's a super goal kicker. When his eye is in, he just does not miss.
Yashvili, team's number 1 scorer, 36 for the tournament. You can make that 39. France have dominated territory and possession in the opening exchanges of this game, and they also dominate the scoreboard 6-0, leading England in this knockout clash.
Well, Gavin speaks about this guy's kicking. As you see his technique here, you know, as a goal kicker, you turn straight away, but it's down the middle, and that's what he did. Hit it sweet as you like. But in general play also, his distribution from the base has been outstanding.
Johnny Wilkinson does a better job. Great height on that kick. So Vincent Clerc under a lot of pressure, but France still have the ball. Ball put up high by Yashvili. Johnny Wilkinson now, time to absorb some pressure. Parra was all over him. Youngs. Fodden, Toby Flood, steps out of 2. Now off to big number 1, Matt Stevens. It's another penalty that goes against the English.
Holding on.
Yeah, terrific work there. I think it was from Rougerie, French number 13, and Matt Stevens took the ball on, but Rougerie stayed on his feet. And Matt Stevens guilty of not releasing it. The momentum is all with France at this moment in time.
Possession also in the hands of the French team. It was unfortunate because Toby Flood was in a bit of trouble. He was isolated. He did well, had some great feet, stayed strong. But as you said, the centre Rougerie, will see it here. English take it in with Stevens. Rougerie had all rights of the ball. Ineffective clean out there by the English.
You know what, Mark Lieberman, he's going to a fancy dress party dressed as Freddie Mercury tonight. Have you ever seen a man that looks so much like Freddie Mercury? He is that man.
And that kick is the first miss for Yashvili. Sprays it to the right. There we go. There's some of the colour and festivity of Rugby World Cup. The Smurfs are in town, supporting the French. Freddie Mercury, you reckon? Oh, that looks like a classic French slug, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Maybe our mate Glenn Osborne should wear some of that because he's killing those suits. You keep on saying, look, he's got the flashiest suits in town. It's just not pulling it off.
Oh, he knows how to wreck a class act, does Glenn Osborne.
Great play again by the French. Aeronautique. Jumping up high, the number 8, and again a clever darting little kick behind. It's Palesson giving good chase. Now the English are in trouble. Just terrific hustle by the French and everything going their way. Knockout called scrum, 10 metres out to the French.
You know, once again, Yashvili, he is such a clever player. He could see that Foden was there, so he pops it up. A bad bounce there for Ben Youngs it was. But look at the way the follow-up is. He spilled the ball. Count the French players around the ball. They're really hungry for this game. They want more points on the board.
A great attacking opportunity here for the French. Just watch the number 11, Palesson, in the inside of a standoff. Para, always an option.
Here's the big hit. French scrum, it's stood up so far, gets twisted around. Aeronautique just palms it off to Dussartois. They've lost their advantage. It'll be another scrum to England.
Great scrum there. And that was all mental from the English front 5, wasn't it? Pretty good hit. Ball goes in, just watch them spin it here. The English team to see the power come on.
You know, Carl, I just wonder in that situation, why don't the French guys get the ball out the back of the scrum? They had a good clean strike. They should be feeding it in and really attacking. They were messing around. They obviously had a pre-programmed back row move. You know, you just think in this instance, get the ball away, because France have really been playing some good stuff. England would have taken an awful lot of confidence from that scrum.
It's a big hit.
Thank you.
Penalty, scrum collapses.
No binding, blue.
Yeah, I'm with you too, Gavin, on that set piece for the French. That's the only time, like a scrum, you have a one-on-one situation. You know these French backs do have a lot of skill. Missed opportunity for sure.
Now that's coming from a fullback and a winger. I get the sense that you're questioning forwards' IQ levels. Is that where you're going with
this? They just go where the backs tell them to go. Yeah.
I'll bring that up next time Buck's around, bro.
I'm sure Case Muse back in the studio is nodding his head too as I say that.
Another line out stolen by the French. 40 metres out. What can they muster up? Been 2 penalties so far, both to Yashvili. 6-0 to France. They've had a lot of opportunity now. I'm sure they'll want to capitalise and cross that white chalk. Yashvili ordering his big boppers to the right, to the left side, open field. Now Nale. Good double round play, finding space. Clerc goes through, looking for support. He won't need it. Vincent Clerc scores.
Once again, it came from a wraparound move by the French, and Clerc was the one that hit it at speed. Come off his wing to the left-hand side. The number 14, Vincent Clerc, stayed strong too. Great balance in contact. His defence very hard. You've got a player coming at full tip. We'll see it here. It's a great win from the line out over the back. Dussartois, I think it was, the one that passes it off, but just watch it here. Just a little loop move, just coming at speed. The defence just throwing arms, no shoulders. Should have been taken there, pretty weak there from the number 15, Foden. Great try, France.
Yeah, Vincent Clerc, he is just one of the top try scorers, and he just twisted round there, and almost Foden was tackled by his own player. But you know who missed that first kick? A certain Johnny Wilkinson, first tackle, sorry. A certain Johnny Wilkinson. You know, it's these small margins as we've talked about.
Now Yashvili cannot convert, so the try unsuccessfully converted. That does mean that Clerc now is outright third, all-time leading try scorer for France, just